All right, so I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
And I said this to you before.
Yeah.
I was saying, why is it that if men have to take out the trash so that women don't have to strain their bodies or whatever it is? Like, I'm just assuming, mind you, I don't know the history of taking trash out. I'm just assuming that it's because the women would have to lift and it'd be strenuous and you don't want them to hurt their backs because you might as well hurt your back, right? We hurt our back so you don't have to.
Right.
And we put coats over puddles for what it's worth too. You know what I mean? So y'all feet that have, shoes that are made for going in puddles don't have to go in puddles. We're very generous gender, right? Nah, but seriously, why do we let y'all do laundry if we don't let y'all take out trash? Because that was super weird when I thought about it. I said, yo, laundry is often heavier than trash. Like, and then y'all be having, not mind you, a trash bag is a trash bag. It'd be 2,800 pounds of clothes by the time y'all wash clothes. So it's like, who came up with that? Why? And I just want to discuss gender roles and where they could have possibly.
All right, can I cut in?
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Bam. So here's what I think. I think the garbage thing, if we're looking at it from a gender wise, is because I don't think it's just the whole like, oh, it's something that's heavy. I think it's also like there's this idea of femininity of like, okay, when a woman is feminine, she's soft, she's pretty, she's delicate, she is dainty. And the garbage is not just that it's heavy, but it's also like smelly, and women are supposed to always be smelling good and like as if like not wanting to deal with things that are very like gross or whatever. So it's just like the manly thing of like, oh, I'll be the one that deals with this particular thing.
Like opening jars and shit.
Right. So well,
not really,
not jars, not gross.
Don't stink.
Yeah, stink, but yeah. So and then there's this other thing with washing, like whether it be dishes or cleaning, is because like the guy wouldn't have time for that. It's like, listen, he's gonna be working all day, and you're gonna be at home, presuming that you have nothing to do at home. So you should be like preparing and have his clothes washed and like.
And see, that's what I wanted to get into, though. That's exactly what I wanted to get into. Because is that the only reason? Because, all right, I think people just look at washing dishes as like a feminine thing. Beyond, okay, the man might not have the time if it's, presumed that the woman is going to be at home and he's going to be out working, and who wants to work and come home and do dishes. But I feel like the norms that we came up under, the societal norms for gender roles, it might have been a little bit of bias in there, and not just fully everything is like functional the way you think about it. Like it's not for function. It's not for just operating. Some of it is like, yo, I ain't doing that. Cause like men will wash dishes better.
Absolutely, they would. And
clean house better.
Right.
You always say that.
Right. And that's what I've seen. Every time I see a guy really be like, all right, I'm about to scrub this or clean this, it's always like looking super brand new. You be like, damn, I didn't even know it could be clean like that. Only people that do it possibly better than men is like just grandmas.
Robots.
Grandmas. They just do shit to a different level. I seen somebody on TikTok, I think they had the actual outlet, one of the, how you get the extension things that had like 20 of them, like one of the long ones. And she was like soaking it in water in the sink with soap and bleach. She was like, that's grandmas really be like, yo, we gonna clean everything.
They have robots though.
Right.
That just mop and sweep all day.
Right.
Do you think grandmas is better than those? Being totally honest.
Yes.
Because they do it all day though. All you gotta do is just charge them. That's like a Tesla.
Grandmas do it all day too. They don't even need to go to sleep.
That is true. Grandmas do it all day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So what I'm saying is, I think like you were saying, functionally it made sense at the time. To be like, this is what you do. And then I think men just they appreciate being nurtured.
Yeah.
And they feel like that's a way you're nurturing me. If you washing my clothes, making my meals, washing the dishes, making sure everything is ironed and clean, and like they have that type of girl that does that.
Yes.
You saying yes, you agree that that's nurturing.
Yeah, that's nurturing.
Right. And I think women also feel protected and feel safe when they have a man that is like, your needs are met. Like your financial needs, your material, physical things that you have around you. Like I'm giving them to you. You have gifts, all those type of things. It's part of being protected. Not all of it, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
So protected and some.
Yes, and some, right? But here's my question.
No, I have a question too. So go ahead.
Here's my question to you. Now that we are in 2022.
All right, can you remember your question real fast?
Go ahead. Oh, you want to?
No, I don't want to ask my question. I just want to say, welcome to the 4th episode of the 3rd season of the COUPLECAST. I'm the guy, G Holy.
And I'm Yassine Toure, African John, because we just be jumping in there. And we like, yo, F that, and let's just get to it.
Yeah, but I want to, at some point be formal. But go ahead.
So now that we're in 2022, there was something we posted recently of a woman that said, listen, she was like, I don't want to be in a relationship where nurturing somebody means that I'm doing all these things that you as a grown man should be able to do, because in this realm, in this time period in 2022 we both work.
All right, I get where you're going. Can I just say this?
Yes.
We like it.
Right.
We like it.
Right.
It's not that we need it. It's that we like it.
So here's my question. If your woman is working 8-9 hours, in mind, when you work 8 hours, that means you're away from the house for about 12, right?
Yeah.
As sometimes some people,
you're gonna be working 8 hours regardless, though, like more than 8 hours. If you're in the house, you're gonna be working more than
right. But I'm saying, like, if you exhausted from work, and then you come home and then you're like doing all the cleaning and all the cooking and all the taking care of the children, and your man is like, yo, I really just love that I have this type of girl. What is she getting in return if she's financially adding to the house by working a full schedule all week and running errands on the weekend like everybody does, and taking care of the children and the household and the food and everything by herself?
Yeah, that's niggas' problems. That's why.
Not by herself, like he isn't also working.
No, yeah, I get it. That's niggas' problems though. I don't know if they should be letting their girls work, man. Like ideally, because it's like, man, if you could take care of that part, so much stuff that be like freed up. You get what I'm saying? So, but just to answer your question, ask the last part of the question.
What is she getting in return?
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you, men gotta step it up. Men gotta step it up, because I don't have anything for that. Like y'all get, because if you going to work, coming home, and doing everything that you would be had you not went to work, all we can offer is like a massage or something. Like it's nothing else to offer. Like what do you want? That's the better question. What would you want?
And this is why she was saying, if
what would you want?
What would you want?
Because I'm not coming up with anything. What would you want? What is the woman that works 8 hours, come home, do dishes, you know what I mean? Take care of the children, whatever the case. What do she want from a man?
She wants somebody to step in so she don't got to do all that shit. That's
so
what she wants.
Hold on, because now it's getting weird.
Yes.
Because the man work too.
Yeah.
Y'all just got to put your money together and hire a maid. Because is somebody going to have to do it.
That's what she's saying. She's not saying that she don't want to do it no more. She's saying, I want us to now do it since us work. So then us have to take care of the children, the household, and run errands and stuff, so it could be us. Because otherwise, like you said, you don't know how you can even compliment the situation.
Yeah, I agree, but we don't like that.
Well, it's real life though.
Yeah,
it's
but
real life because
for what it's worth, though,
because if it starts to feel like she breaking her back.
For what it's worth, women's job is not usually physically exhausting.
Yes, but
like,
also,
I'll be like, I'm exhausted, and you're sat in a very comfortable chair.
Yes, in 2022, where men are, getting master's degrees, PhDs, or even if they don't have a degree, just work a lot. A lot of people are working in air-conditioned facilities, whether they have a barber shop.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What are you trying to say? I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about, look, my man moved to South Carolina to work in a steel mill.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying the majority.
Air-conditioned steel mill?
No, I'm saying a majority of men is also working in offices too, or working in comfortable
majority.
positions.
I ain't
yes,
gonna
they
say
are.
majority. That's kind of wild. Like, every time you see somebody at a construction site, it's literally just that one girl there that's husky as shit.
Let's be very specific. We're gonna get very personal.
Yeah, please.
Okay, Ned, boom. How many of your friends
Yo, my friends don't
have comfortable positions?
Like when you do this. My friends don't represent Earth.
You have friends that work in hospitals.
Yeah.
You have friends that work in all different type of positions, and they be sitting down. They be in a. Even
I don't want my friends to work. I want my friends to work for us.
Even the ones that, like, somebody that works at a barbershop, like, that's pretty comfortable. Like, these men have comfortable positions. This is 2022. Not everybody's working fucking steel mills and construction workers. Like, they be sitting down,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Being a barber is really physical.
Okay.
It may not be physically strenuous, but it's physically exhausting.
Nah.
Like, you have to be like, have a precision. Who the hell? You gotta be like having precision in what you're doing all day long.
Correct.
So you're like,
let's not get caught in specifics. What I'm saying is, and they be joking, they be laughing, they be eating, they be watching TV. I'm just saying, this is 2020. Exactly. This is 2022. So it's not like your man is really going out.
Do you think men cook better than women?
Do men cook better than women? No, I don't think so. I think the majority of them don't. No. Because I think the majority of them, either in two situations, either they were in a single parent home, and the men that are in the single parent home, from what I noticed, are very were kind of babied in a sense. Yeah. Where, like, their mothers or their aunts or their grandmothers, whoever raised them, did everything because they was like, oh, he's a boy and boys don't do shit, and they babied him. Yeah. Or the ones that was in a 2-parent family home, they had that more classic mother that cooked for them and their father.
But there is that dude in everybody's family that somebody married him in. And everybody wants him to make 3 dishes at Thanksgiving. Correct.
But I just don't think that makes up the average guy. Okay, I think they don't even start cooking until they move out. Yeah. And then they be like trying to make shit. And it's just not really like on that type of level. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but you asking that to say, should men
I'm saying, do we have someone right? That was just one of the things I was saying. Do we have them? Yeah, but see,
I think it's not even about, like, I'm glad you brought this up. Because I think for you, your mindset is like, whoever does it best should be the one that does it.
I don't know how else. And I don't
think that makes sense.
Whoever all the time. Does it makes sense all the time because I play sports, and that's the way you're used. You're
talking about as a team.
Yes, you bring yourself to the team, and they say, "Oh, you do this good. You do this good." Y'all come together.
Let me tell you something. Let's talk to the people. If you have a girl, and your girl says, you know what, I don't really, when it comes to working, like a job, working a 9 to 5, like, I know we have bills, and I know where you are right now in your position. You can't necessarily take care of me and all the children. Like, you kind of need me to work too, but I'm not really good at working a 9 to 5. Like, I'm actually good at being home and watching TV and, like, shit like that. What are you going to say? Are you going to be like, oh, well, cool. You know what? This is what I actually am a hard worker and I have a strong work ethic. So I'll be the one to do it. Even though it's not going to necessarily cover the bills. Does that make sense?
No.
So what I'm saying is, like, this idea of, like, and this is what that girl was talking about in that video. She said the idea of that you have a husband, he just say, well, I don't know how to do that, so you do that, babe. And then more and more kind of gets on you because he just plays the, I don't really know how to do that. You know how to do that.
I don't really know how to do that was invented by women.
Right. But but men do it too, though.
Okay.
They do it all the time with stuff, and they just be like, that's why I ain't doing it. You get what I'm saying? That's why you got to make all my appointments. That's why you got to call.
Fair. I think we both do that a lot.
I'm just telling you when it comes to certain things, because I'm going to say this, for example. You just said you should do what you best at. But I don't think it's real to life because it's like, yo, if if this is too much for me, I need for you to jump in, period. Whether it's something you good at or not.
Yeah, I think, and that's a great, this is why we when we start vibing, it leads to great things. I'm not saying somebody should do anything. I don't think anybody should do anything all the time.
Right.
I just think there should be a primary and a secondary. Whatever you're the primary on, I got to be the secondary. You can't just
I get
even.
That.
You know what I'm saying? Quarterbacks have backup quarterbacks just in case anything happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think it naturally will find its way. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that part though.
No, I do because
you got to speak up.
No, if you know you cook better and you eating the food and you be like, babe, your food be tasting nasty like most of the time. You just naturally gonna be like, no, I'll make the food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my thing is just like, there has to be this kind of like.
How would you feel though?
What?
Not you, because I know you'll be like, I'm gonna just sit my ass down and eat the food. How you think the average woman would feel if the man came and did that and say, yo, you know what, you are kind of trash, and so I'm gonna do it.
I think
do that take away from her? I think
most of the women that cause see, I think cooking one of them things where when you don't love to cook, your food is ass. Your food is trash.
No, it's people that love to cook that's trash.
Really? Cause I think all the people I know that be like, yo, I can't cook, like they don't cook much and they like to eat out, period. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
there are people who don't let that that is not. I know what you're saying, but no. You would think that these chicks that kind of get around, that they're amazing in bed, and they're not.
Let me tell you, which one is
so you can do something 1,000,000 times.
Which one would you rather you feel like is more important for your personal needs? Like a girl that's amazing in bed, but her cooking is like trash, and she gotta like get takeout all the time. Yeah. It's not even something she's willing to improve on.
Yeah.
Or the opposite, her food is amazing. It's like spectacular. She always cooking, but in the bedroom she's trash.
Did she ever stink?
No. That's not even on about.
Did she ever burn things?
What you talking about with the food?
Yeah,
like, it's that bad. Yeah, it is.
Because I can take.
Answer the question. Which one is more important to you?
I'm gonna need you in the bedroom a little bit more, because there's certain things you can do to food that's like cheats. Like you throw cheese on anything and it's fire.
But you don't eat cheese. I said personally for you.
I mean, I eat my version of cheese, right?
Oh, okay, right. So that's more important.
Yeah, I mean, because there's no way to make bad sex good, but you can make bad food like, all right, spiced it up.
There's no way to make bad sex good. You really feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, am I wrong?
I feel like you're wrong, because
I feel like you can get better, but like some people are not sex people. Like some people don't drive.
Right, that's true.
Like they never drive.
That's true. But I feel like people could be sexually incompatible. And what's that how you say that word?
Yeah.
I said, I don't know what the fuck I should say. But like I feel like they could get closer over time and things could get better for them over time. Like I don't, a lot of people just be like, if it's trash, like no. But I think it can get better.
But objectively, it would still be trash. It would get better to you because you dealing with that woman or that man in a closer regard, and y'all chemistry outside of the bedroom is now leaking into the bedroom, and it just feels better. But objectively, like if you hate her, you're gonna realize again that it's not probably that good.
I'm gonna say the opposite for what the question I asked you. I feel like if that man can throw down food wise, like he a chef.
Oh, I know what you value.
If he a chef, but like he's trash in the bedroom.
No. We can't just say trash in the bedroom. The dick is small.
Then I would take him being able to throw down, because I feel like
let's be clear. The dick is small.
Okay. Hold on.
You fine with that?
Yes. Why? Because he could figure out different things over time and figure it out. He could figure it out.
I got you. Yeah. No, it's not gonna happen.
It could figure it out.
No, you're gonna figure out somebody else.
No.
This man gonna be cooking for a cheater.
Yo, that's funny. So I want to ask you. So I always have so much stuff, and I know we trying to make the couple cast shorter.
Yeah, it's looking a little like 25 minutes right now.
The past, when we was watching that movie, and the wife gave her husband a pass.
Hall pass.
Just once in a lifetime hall pass. Is that something that you would take?
I just want to say that Owen Wilson is an excellent actor. One of the greatest comedic actors of all time. And I love the movie Hall Pass. So moving on.
Would you take the Hall Pass?
Moving forward. Huh?
Would you take the Hall Pass if I gave you a Hall Pass? Like, and you hate to have it for a week?
A full week of just whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't taking that.
Why?
That's not something I want to do.
What if it was something that you could hold on for life?
Oh yeah,
and you use the Hall Pass in your pocket.
Somebody get out jail free card.
Maybe
you
like
take
when
that.
you're 50 or something.
Gotta take it.
And you would take it.
Gotta take
Why?
that. Just in case I ever need it. Right now, I feel like that's not something I want to do. But if I ever felt like it's something I want to do, you get on my fucking nerves in the middle of the conversation, I'll be like, take this shit. I'm about to be fucking for a week. Here, take this and leave.
What's wrong with you?
Leave
do you
for
think
a
that
week.
I would ever want a Hall Pass to hold for like future date?
I mean, you came up with the idea. I don't know what you want.
Would you ever give me one?
Oh, you're saying would I give you one?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't give a Hall Pass.
Why?
I don't give a Hall Pass.
Why?
What is that?
Why?
Why would I give out a Hall Pass? It's like that. Like, why would I say, yo, here, go to some other niggas?
It's for a week. Because
Here, go
what
get
if
pussy.
what if it really can make a marriage better?
Then let's talk about it off camera. Let's do it.
Let's do what?
Let's write up our Hall Passes and sign
We're
them.
not writing no damn Hall Pass. We're not writing no Hall Pass.
Ladies, y'all got a week. I'm out here.
You're ridiculous.
They don't want me. They said I'm ugly.
Right, you funny.
First time for everything.
Oh my God, something else I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, there's one more thing.
Yo, we don't get to the next topic, bro. Like,
There's one more thing. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I appreciate doing the couple cast with you so much because you get to a place where you're so productive and you're so busy that like we don't get to have this all that much because you'll be like in your phone, you're working while talking to me all the time. So me able to just sit with you and you just do nothing but listen to me talk. And then like I get to hear your responses. I love this. This is for them, but it's also for me. So I find it very weird how, when I said this in a previous season on here about how like one argument, a whole relationship can end. I don't care what's going on with that couple. Like they could have just moved into a new house. They could have just left the engagement party. They could have just had a baby. It doesn't matter. They could have just put all their money in one account and said, this is our joint account and this is whatever. And just like that, one conversation, and everything is over. Now they try and figure it out. What does that mean in the larger scheme of things, if you know what I'm saying? Like, if relationships could be so fragile.
But like, I just think that that's the nature of everything. Like when you that's not exclusive to relationships. You can get in one car accident. That's, you know what I mean? Right. You could do one bank robbery.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
you could you can make one terrible mistake at your job.
Yeah, jump off one cliff. You know what I mean? And yeah, but also, you know, those things are really representatives of an energy that's been festering for a while when you say the one argument, because it's never really going to be one argument, because the one argument is not the first argument. So when you say one, you get what I'm saying? It's like that you got to put it in context. Like, it's that one that's like, I finally realized you are a horrible fucking person. And I'm out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, it's just that kind of the straw that broke the camel's back shit. But I get what you're saying though. Why the hell is, you know, relationships and love so fragile?
Right.
Like it is. It's a very delicate thing, man. And I would just attest to the egos if I had to do anything, because everybody come in as themselves and they want to remain themselves. That's the thing about the ego. The ego wants to remain intact no matter what, and then you fusing with somebody, so naturally some of that is gonna have to get done. If I got a full glass of water with another full glass of water and I pour it to another empty glass of water, both of them shits ain't gonna make it. So you gotta be willing to like drain a bunch of yourself off that you don't actually need. But the part of you that you actually don't need is always saying, keep me. So
is that the difference between, because you have this one, like you said, there's this fragility that exists with relationships, but on the other hand, there's these marriages and relationships that have lasted for 30 years. I just seen it with a rapper. Who was it? E40. and his wife, and it was like 31 years of marriage.
Yeah, shout out to 40 Fizzle.
So it's like, is that the difference? Is it this couple that's been able to somehow have a uniform, egoless
I think it would have to,
partnership?
man. I think it would have to, and that's why everybody should do a shroom trip, man, so they can experience ego death and come back and realize that myself ain't really, you know, the almighty or the ultimate. You know what I mean? It's just myself. Of course you're a God. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're a God of oneself, but like there are way more selves, and it's 7 billion selves, and you know, you come back into it like, wow.
So
I should really let a lot of this go.
Let it be known that G Holy just said we're gonna do drugs. We're gonna come back here and we're gonna let you know our experience.
I've never.
If it brought us closer, we're gonna do the happy drugs.
The purchase of shrooms is illegal.
I didn't talk about any of that. I'm saying we're gonna just do a whole lot of happy drugs. We're gonna go to Jamaica, do a lot of happy drugs. Cause I feel like people always going to Jamaica where they do all this.
I feel like Jamaica got real weed still, and I would love to smoke real weed if I was gonna smoke some weed, because this weed it's too colorful. It's too colorful.
There's so many different strains
smells
and types, and got the birthday cake and all different type of.
It's weird.
Edibles and everything like that. But let's move on to the culture.
Because we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes max.
Yes, the culture. Okay, we are in a new era of hip hop. I mean, the biggest rapper in the world came out with an album.
I'm glad you said with an album.
A couple days ago, honestly, never mind. And he didn't do much rapping on it. We're in a new era where rapping isn't really rapping, or people aren't rapping. What does that mean for us in hip hop? What does it mean for where we're going?
Yeah, I think the more important question is rap not rap, because everything is rap. Is bars still valued? Because can I say this real quick? Yeah.
The very quick answer is no, because I think we got to a place. I don't know if we're just in this commercial mainstream place where we just people want to use music to escape, to feel good, and we just want that essence. And the people who are good at making melodic of music and raps, and who are great songwriters, like, they have a place in hip hop. And yes, you have the people like the old heads, or people that's just really into like the bars that break stuff down, and they're like in that world, but that's starting to feel
but they
like
be number 90 on Billboard,
right? And they're starting to feel like a small group. Like when you meet people like that and they're talking about that, even when you're having those type of discussions, you like, oh, we in that niche. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's starting to feel underground.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm glad though. See, people was mad about this shit. I'm happy, because I always wanted hip hop to go back to a space where it was more exclusive. And if y'all want to do that over there, and y'all want to call it hip hop, that's fine. We gonna be over here doing what the fuck we do. First of all, my shirt is fire. Proud that. And we gonna be doing what we do. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm happy that the world. I am happy that Freddie Gibbs is not the number one rapper in the world. He's just the number one rapper to us.
Okay.
I like that. I like hip hop is exclusivity. That's the whole point. Why you think they call it "We in the place to be"? We in the building. Because if you ain't there, you ain't nowhere. Hip hop has always been a small pocket that happens within everything else. So when you expand it, of course, it's always going to be a version of hip hop that's exclusive. Always, because it's the nature of hip hop. Just like battling and shit, it's always gonna be competitive, and it's always gonna be exclusive. Hip hop is a if you know, way of life. You know what I'm saying? So we laughing at the people who doing the commercial shit and the people who follow the commercial shit, and we saying, damn, they don't even know this is where it's at. I mean, these underground groups, they fucking with all different kind of shit. A lot of niggas popping. You know what I'm saying? Vinnie Paz is like Jay-Z right now in the underground. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if you ain't in that world, I'm happy that you're not, and I'm happy that hip hop still has a space to live where it's like untampered. You ever watch them shows and they find water within water that's never been touched? It's always gonna have that pocket.
I think it's interesting because when we looked at hip hop like evolve with like the different elements of hip hop, you know what I mean, and the different influencers of hip hop,
Yeah.
seeing the social media influence. Like, you know how before it was like everything is about the streets, like what's happening in the streets influence hip hop and rapping it, and it even creates like a kind of gatekeeper thing. A gatekeeper of like who gets to come, like the streets, right? And then now you see social media, and it's like social media is the gatekeeper. The algorithm.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The popularity, the comments, the views, all those things are deciding. Are deciding who's a part of everything. You know what I mean?
Or and that's what even just makes it to us, period.
Exactly. Like, and that's crazy that social media is that for hip hop.
So, cause it's just trickle down effect. Cause it's that for everything. It's like you end up. This is how they let you do. They let you go down a rabbit hole of yourself. Like, you look at one thing for too long, they keep sending you this thing. Right. You get what I'm saying? Or a different version of this thing. And even when you try to change it, it's so hard to change it that, like, you know, now you just sucked into this world. They create a world for you because they know you're on social media. You're not in the world. So if you're going to be in the world, they want you to go down a rabbit hole of what you're interested in, because that's what's going to get them more clicks, more looks, more likes, and this is why and more ads.
For the rapper side, it's like, okay, if you spit the most lyrical, coolest shit in the world, niggas gonna scroll down and say nice. But to get people, instead now rappers are like, how do I get people to watch me longer and over again and repeat me and share? Like, and so now the music that comes out, like when people laugh and they were talking about like TikTok rappers or like you making TikTok music. I think they called Cola Ray that before. They said she was making TikTok music and stuff like that, because people are like, artists are like, yo, I want you to keep watching me and keep looking at me. And like you just said, okay, you stayed there too long, now you're forced to, you know what I mean? Like, so that itself creates a whole era of new music.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That's based off of that. And now the new gatekeepers are the people that have social media platforms that talk about hip hop that get those type of attention. That's why you see like the academics and those type of people, which is crazy too. Because before, the gatekeepers were the people that was at the Rock Nation party or brunch, or that was like super industry that was here and there and there. But it's like they've lost their hold on things because it's like, no, it's the nigga that got a Twitch or whatever. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah.
Right. They got a Twitch or a TikTok or got an Instagram that everybody wants to be on their platform, would be talked about, be mentioned.
Yeah, but it didn't start there. It started with, first of all, I want to say your man Kid Cudi fucked up hip hop. That's what I wanted to say a long time ago. It really was Kid Cudi. Okay. When you talk about everybody just want to fucking, you know, they sad, they depressed, they doing drugs. It was Kid Cudi influence on Kanye. And then Kanye did the shit. And now we got XXXTentacion and all these other niggas, and it like kind of ended there. Now we're going back into some gangster shit about all the gangsters getting locked up. So honestly, I don't know where we are. If you are a hip hop artist, this shit is bust wide open right now. Every other day, one of the hottest rappers in the world dies or gets shot or goes to jail for a long time. Something new is happening. Something new is happening, and it's going to happen, and you might want to be on that wave. Whatever that is coming. Just know it's not what we've seen before.
Yeah, I think we're in a space too where I can feel energetically where it's like something has to happen. Yeah. Like a new wave. Like when we were like how we brought in the blog wave or whatever wave, like something has to happen. Yeah. Because this is starting to get really old. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I look at it, I'll see, I'm a hip hop historian, right? So I look at it, it's always the 8s and the 2s. I swear, 88 and 92, pivotal. Because 93 was different than 92 in hip hop, and 88 was different than 87. Hold on, real fast. 98 and 2002, pivotal in hip hop, because 98 was different than 97. It was going into super jiggy. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole 99 to 2000 was, and then 2002 Clips came, something different. 2003 right. We got 50 Cent. So I'm saying 2018 is when this wave started picking up, like this whole drill, and you know what I'm saying, like just that type of energy that was outside of Chicago, but still was young niggas that just want to shoot people. Right. In 2022, it's ending. So 2023 is the next, whatever that is.
Correct. This one I want to ask you. Did hip hop make a mistake by letting the media niggas be the new gatekeepers? Because the media niggas have their own intention.
Yeah.
And a lot of times their intention is to get views, is to get attention so that they can grow.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily interested in the artist or the music or even like the effect of giving this person attention or playing this type of this record or like, you know, all the things that's going to happen even behind the scenes when they do certain things.
This is why the death of somebody like K Slay is so important and pivotal in hip hop, because you always want somebody who is genuinely a hip hop through and through person to be in these positions. Like, even the people, if you think about early Def Jam, they was in the hip hop. They wasn't like just executives. They was niggas off the street that. So I'm just saying, of course it's a mistake, because these are not necessarily hip hop through and through people. These are journalists and businessmen. If you want to be known as the most popular in these genres, and not necessarily the best, because like being the best don't get you nowhere today. So I just want my playlist to be the most popping playlist, not the most true and authentic to the culture, but just the best playlist, the most popular playlist, because people pay for playlists in this business. So if I can get a hot playlist, not only do it make my brand hotter, but it makes sense business wise, because I'm getting $2,000 every time somebody want to be on here on the 88th spot. It's like how mixtape DJs used to do, and that was my whole point. It's going to be somebody. You used to have to pay to get on mixtapes, just like you got to pay to get on playlists. You used to have to pay to get on radio, just like you got to pay to have your shit blow up online. It's the same deal. It's the same game. But the intentions of the people behind it gotta still be culturally moral. Right. And that's the problem with these other niggas. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if, and shout out like an academic, shout out to Ak. I know Ak ain't got no, he's a very like, he got his own set of morals that I fuck with. But he don't feel like he owe nothing to the game. Not in the way that niggas felt when they was carrying them crates for DJs and knew they had to pay their dues and, you know, come up like a motherfucker under a sensei. Niggas used to do that type of energy in hip hop. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
So yeah, I get it. Same thing with the whole DJs. Period. Like it meant something. Like it meant something on your name when you brought somebody into a space and they came up underneath.
Why do you think the DJs today is the DJs?
Yeah.
Why you think Slay is who he is and Clue is who he is, or Kid Capri and Flex and all these? Like, where do you think they got this from? It's because they got a knack for saying that's hot, that's next, and just fucking with it.
Yeah, because when you get the new media niggas, like, and them being the gatekeepers, because they like, yo, I know when I say your name or I post your video or I put you here or I bring you on my platform or my show or whatever, like it means something. And they're getting paid by labels, they're getting paid by artists to be like, to even put their projects on there. Like, you know what I mean? But I see them make choices where I'm like, oh, they making that choice for the clout. They making that choice because it's a check associated that's crazy. They making that choice because they want to get the more attention and they want their brand to get bigger. Yeah, just because of views and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's crazy place to be, but something definitely has to change. Yeah,
and I know I just got on Rosenberg. You know what I'm saying? Because people were trying to overplay his position. I was just in a fucking whatever, like a little
debate.
Yeah, about Rosenberg. But I'm going to keep it G. Rosenberg probably the last real DJ that made something pop.
Yeah.
When he ushered in that Joey Badass, Action Bronson, ASAP Rocky era in New York, you know, by just getting them some, you know, some shine, some radio time and shit like that. That was probably the last time. I think since then, it's been algorithms.
It's been algorithm and media niggas, but it's an interesting time we in. But like you said, it just creates the opportunity for something else to come through, and hopefully balance it all out.
I'm gonna tell you what Jay-Z told everybody at Rockefeller before 50 Cent came out.
What?
something is coming. Somebody is about to come and DMX this shit. And it better be one of y'all.
Yeah, I heard that.
Keep your ears and eyes open. I'm the Gadiola.
Oh, and I'm Yassine Toure, the African John.
And you've been watching the COUPLECAST. Now get out of here.
Peace.
Live your life.